His Grace Jaganmohan Gopal Prabhu, and we request His Grace Gaurchandra Gopinath Prabhu to give a brief introduction of our speaker today, and then we take it forward. Prabhu, over to you. Hare Krishna. Danat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees. Jaganmohan Prabhu, I'm happy to introduce you. Thank you for accepting our invite, and it has been our honor and pleasure to have you here in our program. Devotees, it is our great fortune. It is really our great fortune to have here from special devotee, His Grace Jaganmohan Gopal Prabhu. He is originally from Salem. He was serving as a brahmachari for quite some time in ISKCON Salem, and he is initiated by His Holiness Jayapatka Maharaj. The specialty of Prabhu is that he not only reads the Bhagavatam regularly, speaks Bhagavatam, but he also distributes this Srimad Bhagavatam, the glorious literature, in unprecedented way. It is not just one or two Srimad Bhagavatam said. For last 3 years, he has been surprising many devotees, including Guru Maharaj, and he distributes Chaitanya Charitamrita as well as Srimad Bhagavatam set. Over last marathon, he distributed 800 plus Srimad Bhagavatam sets, especially when inauguration. I remember I was with Prabhu, inauguration of ISKCON South Bangalore, and he distributed during Bhadra Purnima time he opened. He distributed 475 plus Bhagavatam sets, and this Gaur Purnima he distributed 25 plus Bhagavatam sets. It's not only distributing Bhagavatam set. Generally, our mindset is that, oh, how do I distribute only to devotee community? Prabhu breaks all the record. Even a car mechanic who comes to repair his car, he gets a Bhagavatam. If somebody comes to his house, a milkman, a milk vendor, a paper vendor, you name it, anybody, he breaks all the barriers. Everybody should have Bhagavatam in their house. So Har Har Gar Bhagavatam. So that's his motto. Everybody should have Bhagavatam. And he's been pioneered and he's been traveling to various temples, and he's been distributed more than 2000 plus Bhagavatam sets in last 2-3 years. I don't have the count. So it is our great fortune. Prabhu, please enlighten us how every one of us can also distribute Bhagavatam, and we want to hear from you. And my humble request is that please enable Prabhu in different groups, ask him to speak so that he has aspiration to distribute every 50,000 Bhagavatam sets in India. So you can all help him and his amazing personality. And it is my great fortune to have his association. Welcome. Thank you very much. And over to you.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatharinam. Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Ghaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna devotees. Happy to see very good family members of ISKCON society. Prabhu was pointing about how I distributed sets of Srimad Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita. As the topic today is our family business, Whatever score that Prabhu spoke about, 2000 sets or even 800 sets, it's just a family business. It was not my own score alone. It is a group of devotees together doing. And obviously, maybe I was chosen to be engaged in the service of leading them. Otherwise, it's a family business. Every devotee was involved in this endeavor to please the Guru Parampara. So the topic today is our family business. I did not much prepare on this. Maybe I am a little bit confident. Maybe I am already running the family business, so I think that maybe I can just speak on the family business even without much preparation. But at least I was remembering certain things which I thought I should share with all the devotees in this particular forum, so that devotees will be inspired to do the family business. Our inspiration always stems from teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada teachings always stems from the Guru Parampara, and ultimately it goes back home, back to Godhead, to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So our family business, what is that? Our family business. Definitely, devotees who are in this forum should be knowing His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, who brought up a wonderful book by the title Our Family Business, that is based on distribution of Srila Prabhupada books. So our business in the Guru Parampara is distribution of Srila Prabhupada books. Why it should be called a family business? Generally, business refers to buying something and selling something, making a profit, and then living a very happy life with the family. Almost the concept is the same. The motive of um, I did not read that book particularly, but we can understand why Vaisheshika Prabhu would have kept that title for the book as Our Family Business. In fact, I'm quite eager when I will get an opportunity to read the book. Still I couldn't manage to read the book, but still I have personally met Vaisheshika Prabhu, took his merciful blessings on me. So this our business, our family business that we are going to discuss today is about distribution of Srila Prabhupada books. We should know that distribution of Srila Prabhupada books means it is just distribution of transcendental knowledge. One may think before Srila Prabhupada came, there were no books written by Srila Prabhupada. So what was our family business? We should know that when we distribute Srila Prabhupada books, it's the in fact, this is from the very own words of Srila Prabhupada. Distribution of books means distribution of transcendental knowledge. If the distribution of transcendental knowledge is what our family is all about, our family, generally it looks like we are speaking about some family, but you should know that this is a spiritual family that we are speaking about. Spiritual family refers to the Guru Parampara. And I just want to begin this lecture with one particular thing so that will uh, give a nice kick to this lecture. So I'll just make a small reading from one of the lectures given by Srila Prabhupada. This is a very, very famous lecture. Obviously, devotees would have heard this lecture many times, or even a clippings also you would have heard it. This is very important for us. That sets the mood of what our family business is all about, what we are actually selling in this family business, and what we will get by doing this business, and whom we are going to benefit by doing this business. Generally, if there is any business, all these things are considered. Especially our title is family business, so we want to know who is our family, and we want to know what is the business, and we want to know what we are actually going to sell in this business, and what is the profit, who is going to be benefited. So all these things, though it looks like we are trying to make a very critical analysis of what our family business is all about. But Srila Prabhupada is just he's speaking out in a very spontaneous lecture. Obviously, we know Srila Prabhupada's lectures are always this is extemporaneous lectures. He doesn't prepare, but then whatever he speaks is just Veda. So we want to distribute that transcendental knowledge, which is our family business. So I'm just reading this particular part of Srila Prabhupada's lectures, which you would have heard it, but let us hear again and again. This is a lecture given by Srila Prabhupada during his arrival in the city of Los Angeles on June 20, 1975. Srila Prabhupada speaks. Our movement is very easy because we haven't got to manufacture something. So now we are having a family business. We are not manufacturing any new product. The product is always there. We have a wonderful product, and that product never becomes old, never becomes hackneyed, never it becomes spoiled. There is no chance of it becoming lost also. It is always there. That is the product that our family business that we are doing. Anyway, let me just read it, then we can have a discussion on this. Our movement is very easy because we haven't got to manufacture something. We simply repeat the words and the instruction given by the predecessor. Krishna instructed Brahma, Brahma instructed Narada, Narada instructed Vyasadeva, Vyasadeva instructed Madhvacharya, and in this way, then Madhavendra Puri, Ishwara Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the six Goswamis, then the Srinivas Acharya, Kaviraja Goswami, Narottam Das Thakura, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Jagannath Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakura, Gaura Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and then we are doing the same thing. There is no difference. That is the specific procedure of the Krishna consciousness movement. You are singing daily. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya Arna Koriho Mane Asha. Very simple thing. We are receiving the Tanantal knowledge through Guru Parampara succession. So we have to simply take instruction from Guru, and if we execute that to our heart and soul, that is success. That is practical. I have no personal qualification, but I simply try to satisfy my Guru. That's all. My Guru Maharaja asks me that if you get some money, you print books. So there was a private meeting talking. Some of my important god brothers also there. It was in Radha Kunda. So Guru Maharaj was speaking to me that since we have got this Bagh Bazaar marble temple, there has been so many dissensions. And everyone thinking who will occupy this room or that room, that room. I wish, therefore, to sell this temple and the marble and print some book. Yes. So I took up this from his mouth that he is very fond of books. That he told me personally that if you get some money, print books. Therefore, I am stressing on this point. Where is book? Where is book? Where is book? So kindly help me. This is my request. Print as many books in as many languages and distribute throughout the whole world. Then Krishna consciousness movement will automatically increase. Now the educated, learned scholars, they are appreciating our movement by reading books, by taking practical result. Dr. Stilson Judah, he has written one book. Perhaps you know Hare Krishna and Counterculture, a very nice book about our movement, and he is giving importance. He has admitted that Swamiji, you have done wonderful thing because you have turned the drug addicted hippies into devotees of Krishna, and they are prepared for the service of humanity. Hare Krishna. So this is a very long passage I have taken from a very short lecture given by Srila Prabhupada. But Srila Prabhupada is very nicely delineating the business that he is involved in, and he is delineating the business that his followers should do, and he is very clearly saying that what will be the result of such productive business. It's very simple. Our family business is all about sharing the wisdom of Krishna. Krishna gave this knowledge in the form of Veda, and that Vedic knowledge is written down by Vedavyas. under the divine instruction of Narada Muni, who got his Vedic knowledge from Brahma, who directly got it from Krishna. As Srimad Bhagavatam begins, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Mukhyanti Yat Surayaha. So this Vedic knowledge is coming down through the Guru Parampara, and the duty or the members of the Krishna consciousness movement is that to somehow spread this knowledge. This is the business. This is the spiritual business of all spiritual minded people since time immemorial. We should know that, of course, we are speaking about a business. It looks like something material or something mundane. Actually, this is a business of Krishna. This is a very, very intimate business of Krishna. Our family business is to all about increasing our members. We want to increase the members of our family. We want to increase unlimitedly the members of the family of Krishna. Krishna's family is eternally unlimited, but certain members, they have protested against the family of Krishna. They have left the family of Krishna. They have come to this material world, suffering here. Now Krishna has given a very confidential order to his very intimate, confidential family members to go and deliver the foolish people who left the family of Krishna. So our spiritual family business is to somehow increase the family members of Krishna, and that is the sole duty of the Guru Parampara. Our family business is all about giving this spiritual knowledge to the world. That has been always happening. As Srila Prabhupada says, this transcendental knowledge distribution has started from Krishna to Brahma to Narada to Vyasa, then Madhvacharya, then Madhendra Puri, Ishwara Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Goswamis, then the whole parampara comes. So we have to simply engage in the activity of somehow distributing this transcendental knowledge. And the family business, which has been going on traditionally in the spiritual Guru Parampara, is made so easily available by Srila Prabhupada in the form of his transcendental books. This is such a wonderful thing that Srila Prabhupada has given. I do not know how to take it up, but somehow the inventions of the modern world, say particularly the printing machine, which was not much available, which was not at all available in the previous times, but right from the time of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and now widely available in the time of Srila Prabhupada and also his followers, this particular machine which is invented to propagate maybe for some other thing which is not Vedic, but it is a very, very handy tool to somehow increase the spiritual business of ours. Generally, the way to increase this family business was always about communication from one person to other person, from the ear, through our mouth, then through the speaker, and then through the ear. It was not so easily possible before that one can get access to such knowledge in the form of a book. Even if there isn't any access in the form of a book, that was very much limited to certain circles, particularly Brahmanas, those who are very much scholars. They were only having access to such books, and such books, because of the difficulty in writing, difficulty in presentation, it's very difficult to present a very detailed thing of anything in a form of either a traditional leaf, what we say. Traditionally, there was no book, but before that, there used to be palm leaves. So they'll be writing whatever they want to do in a palm leaf. Even Vedavyas, he wrote down the Vedas. He wrote down in a particular format which was possible those times. So it was a very, very difficult thing, and it was also restricted. But now, because of the advent of the printing technology, we have seen that a very big stride has happened in the sharing of knowledge. So, Srila Prabhupada's books or the transcendental knowledge which Krishna gave to us in the Guru Parampara can be available. It should be available and it must be available for practically every member of this world. It is our duty that maybe it is also coincidence that we are in a point of time where we can make this knowledge easily available to every member of the human society. Previously, this technology was not available, so it would have been more difficult for us to even distribute this knowledge. But because of the advent of this technology, it is now easy for us to distribute. And definitely, the very tough thing in the presentation of this knowledge has been already taken care by the Guru Parampara. We should know that we are distributing this knowledge. This knowledge is not easy at all to be distributed, because many times when you try to distribute these books, devotees ask a very strange question. It is actually very strange. At least I see that this is a very strange question. Devotees always ask that, Prabhu, this knowledge is Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Paramam Idam Uttamam. This is a very confidential knowledge. So, am I qualified to do that? I don't have any qualification to do that. I don't have any skills or any capability or any capacity to do that. How I can present these books? I'm not qualified to distribute this knowledge. Like that, they speak so much. They sometimes even devotees say that I don't even know the subject matter of the books that we are distributing. How I can distribute Bhagavatam? How I can distribute Chaitanya Charitamrita? I have not finished that. I have not touched that subject at all. So how am I possible to do this distribution? Uh, I just want to say that all the things have been made so easily for us by Srila Prabhupada. We are not going to speak. We are not the speakers when we are distributing Srila Prabhupada books. We are not going to make somebody devotee with our own puny knowledge. We are not going to make anything very of course, by the mercy of Guru Parampara, our effort is always there. But we should know that we are only giving an opportunity. Of course, it's not that we are given an opportunity. Srila Prabhupada has mercifully given us an opportunity. But by giving somebody Srila Prabhupada books, we are giving opportunity for the person who has taken this book to give audience to Srila Prabhupada. We are not at all the preachers. It is Srila Prabhupada who is going to speak. When we distribute a book, we are having a person who is taking a book, but it is Srila Prabhupada who is going to speak to the audience. But we should know something about the book. Definitely, we want devotees to read the book. Even if somebody says that I have not read Srila Prabhupada books, he can distribute the books. But somebody who has read Srila Prabhupada books, he can distribute more. So it's not that somebody who has not read should not distribute, but if he wants to distribute more, then he can read it. If he read it, we distribute more. But if we have not read it, it is not a disqualification that we cannot distribute. Anyone and everyone can distribute this knowledge. So the mercy of the Guru Parampara is always there. In fact, one who distributes, naturally he has a tendency to read also. It helps. The more you distribute, more you will be reading Srila Prabhupada books. And more you read Srila Prabhupada books, more you will be able to distribute also. It just goes hand in hand, both. It's a very parallel track. So this is the family business that we are engaging in. Somehow we want to increase the members of the Guru Parampara. We want to make sure that everybody join the family of Krishna. We want everybody to go back home, back to Godhead. So that is not possible because it's not an very simple thing. It's a very difficult thing, and this is material world. Always there will be objections, and always there will be people who do not want to surrender to Krishna. But at least we are going to put full effort in making every living entity join the family of Krishna. So this is our family business. I'm just giving a simple overview of what our family business is all about. And Srila Prabhupada, I just read a small passage. Srila Prabhupada is speaking about what we are actually trying to do, what this Krishna conscious movement is trying to do. And it is very clear that this is going on since time immemorial, and now we are doing it, and now we want the Guru Parampara also to continue to do it. Now one may ask why at all we should engage in such family business at all. We know that this is a very, very beneficial activity. Srila Prabhupada in this particular passage speaks about how during his time there was a particular scholar by the name Stilson Judah. He wrote a very good review about the movement that Srila Prabhupada has done. And because of this widespread knowledge of this Krishna consciousness movement, the hippies of those times were becoming devotees of Krishna. So by propagating this knowledge, one becomes a very sane person. Hippie means somebody who is very crazy, and a Hare Krishna devotee means who is a very, very sane person. Generally, people think that the Hare Krishnas are crazy people and the ordinary people are very sane or sober in their outlook. But the true thing is that whoever is not Krishna conscious, he has to be a rascal, he has to be a mad person, and he is a very crazy person. So one who gets this knowledge of Krishna consciousness, he becomes a very, very sane person. So we have to distribute knowledge to save that person. Nate vidu swartha kadim ki Vishnu. People are so foolish that they do not know what is good for them. People think that they are very self-centric. We know that people are very, very self-interested. Prahlad Maharaj, he says that Nate vidu swartha kadim ki Vishnu. Even if somebody is very selfish, at least let them be really selfish. We are self, we are souls, we are part and parcel of Krishna. Our selfishness is in serving Krishna. If at all you are really selfish, if at all you think that you want to do good to yourself, then become a Hare Krishna devotee. If somebody wants to really do good to himself, he is very selfish that I want to be happy. Yes, very good. We are very happy that you want to be selfish, but be really selfish, be really happy, just become a Hare Krishna devotee. So we want to give this knowledge what is actually good for us. So this is a very, very humanitarian task. Srila Prabhupada speaks about this is the best form of humanitarian service. There is no other thing which is really humanitarian. Giving knowledge of Krishna, this is the best humanitarian work that one can ever do. So the business that we are engaging in or we are engaged in, this is the best business. This business will always have customers because we are in the material world, there will be always customers. And this business, there is no loss in it. This is a spiritual business. Generally, in spiritual life, there is nothing called failure. Everything is success only. So applying the same logic, the family business that we are engaging in, we should know that this is always a very, very successful enterprise. This business will never go out a loss. This business is always pleasing. It's a very pleasing activity. In fact, this is a very, very wonderful activity that it's a family business, but it's not expected that every member will be engaged in expanding the business. I'm just giving a very crude example. We know that your family in India, it's running. In India, there will be always family businesses. We know that traditionally, any family business, male members take to it. And we know that the father will be especially inclined to a person or to a son who is nicely taking care of his family business. Naturally, a father will be very much happy seeing that he may be having many sons, but one particular son who does his business of earning or making his enterprise growing more and more, father will be very happy with such a son. Similarly, in this family business also, Krishna is having some special inclination to persons who are expanding the business of his business of Krishna. Krishna says very clearly in Bhagavad Gita that Nachattasman Manusyeshu Kashin me Priyakrittamaha. Krishna says Anya Priyataro Bhuvi Bhavita Nachamebhya Anya Priyataro Bhuvi. Krishna says that any family member of mine who is particularly engaging in increasing this business, he becomes very dear to me, and there is nobody who is very dear to me as the person who is increasing my family business. So it seems to be Krishna is very much inclined. Krishna speaks about so many devotees who are very dear to me, who is self-control, he is dear to me, who is seeing everybody as equal, he is dear to me. Krishna speaks about so many different qualities of a person, and such a person becomes dear to me, dear to me. Krishna speaks about that Priya, who is dear to him in many places, but he is particularly saying that in this particular sloka, that Nachatasman Manusheshu Kashin me Priyakrittamaha, that he becomes very, very dear, and then there will be no other person who is very dear to him as a person who increases his business affair of spreading this transcendental knowledge. So somebody who is want to be very, very dear to Krishna, then they have to engage in this family business of spreading this transcendental knowledge. Obviously, every member who is part of our ISKCON society is so much involved in this family business. Our family business is a full family business. We may say that a family business, it's not that uh, somebody who is part of the family is in no way connected to the family. Everybody is connected to the business of the family. Definitely, somebody who is engaging in any activity in our ISKCON society, somehow they're also connected to this activity of book distribution. Definitely, the connection is there. But then the persons who are in front fighting, that's of prime importance. In fact, all activities that happen in the society should be towards the central goal of preaching Krishna consciousness. I read one particular passage. So in that particular passage, there was one or two statements which look like how that we are going to bring that in our particular topic of our family business. Srila Prabhupada speaks about how he got this uh, instruction from his Guru Maharaj, how he got to know that his Guru Maharaj so much wants this book distribution. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he is really the epitome of, he is a very, very successful entrepreneur in this business of distributing this transcendental knowledge. We know that how successful Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in distributing Krishna consciousness all over India, and he also attempted in a very massive way in the English-speaking countries also. He was very successful in his family business, and then he got a very successful higher apparent, Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Vedanta Swami. We know that. To Srila Prabhupada, there was a personal meeting between Srila Prabhupada and his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, in Radhakund. Srila Prabhupada speaks about that particular incident here in the passage which I was reading to you. I'll just speak on these certain things because all these things makes us clear that what our movement is meant to do. Srila Prabhupada says in this particular passage that so my Guru Maharaj was speaking to me that, in quotations, since we have got this Bagh Bazar marble temple, there has been so many dissensions and everyone thinking who will occupy this room, that room, that room. I wish, therefore, to sell this temple and the marble and print some book. Yeah. So this is the point. We are actually building temples. We should be very clear that our idea, our goal of establishing temples, which Srila Prabhupada himself did, and he also wanted many temples also to come up. But then the sole purpose of building temples is to definitely increase our Krishna Bhakti. But the main point is that we want to somehow distribute his transcendental books. That should be the point. But if at all there is anything political happening that we have seen in the time of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, which Srila Prabhupada is mentioning here, that there was some dissension between the two parties, and then they were trying to think that I should occupy this room, that room. Sometimes we also speak about that I want this post in the movement, I want that post in the movement, I want recognition in the movement. But if at all anything like that is happening, that is not going to be pleasing to the Guru Parampara, or that is not going to be pleasing uh, to the family business. that is not going to be in any way encouraging or improving our family business. We are intent on doing our family business of distributing this Vedic knowledge. In that, there should not be anything self motivated. There should not be any idea of uh, our presentation in between. We should be always push forward the presentation of Krishna. So, if at all anything is needed, here there is a warning given by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur that it is better to sell the temple and marble and print some books. But whatever be it, it is very clear that they wanted this book distribution to happen always at any cost. Even if anything, even if sometimes we see that devotees become unhappy with some other devotee, they become unhappy with some other temple. But whatever be the case, nobody should in any way stop the family business of this book distribution. We should always continue. So we should always take this instruction given by Srila Prabhupada very seriously. Srila Prabhupada, he is saying that, so I took up this from his mouth, my Guru Maharaj, that he is very fond of books. And he told me personally that if you get some money, print books. Therefore, I am stressing on this point, where is book, where is book, where is book? So kindly help me, this is my request. Print as many books in as many languages and distribute throughout the whole world. Yeah, so this is very important. Srila Prabhupada was always stressing books. We know that Srila Prabhupada did not go to America with empty hand. He went with Srimad Bhagavatam. He went with books. Of course, we know that Srila Prabhupada himself is a repository of Vedic knowledge. Distributing the Vani of Srila Prabhupada is also our family business. I just want, at this point of time, I just want to make a very important statement also. Devotees can consider that also as the family business. Because whenever we speak about the family business, we tend to speak about book distribution. Definitely book distribution is our family business. Why? Because this is Srila Prabhupada's Vani in Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada has spoken out his transcendental words in a recorder. Then later that was written down in the form of Bhaktivedanta purports or translations or word-to-word meanings. In that way, Srila Prabhupada recorded his words for the translation and commentary of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita or Bhagavad Gita. In that way, all these things are put in book and that we are distributing it. So we are distributing Srila Prabhupada Vani in the form of his books, and distributing that Vani is our family business. And because of the more advancement of the modern technology, because the previous advancement was the printing of literatures, printing presses came and books became available. Now the books can be made, books can be printed and distributed widely. Now the next technology was the advancement of recorders. Srila Prabhupada's words are recorded in a recorded device like tape recorders, or nowadays it is available in all different formats in the websites we know. So Srila Prabhupada's same transcendental words, which wonderfully present in the form of his books, is also available in the form of his lectures, in the form of his audio vani. This is something like an audio vani. We want to read this also. We want to hear this also. So devotees, if they distribute even Srila Prabhupada's lectures, that is also our family business. In fact, we have to do this family business also. We are so much intent on distributing Srila Prabhupada books, which is Srila Prabhupada Vani. And there is Srila Prabhupada Vani directly in the form of audio, Prabhupada's lectures, close to 4,100 audio recordings of Srila Prabhupada are available. I do not know whether even devotees know this, that there are more than 4,000 plus audio recordings of Srila Prabhupada available in more than 2,200 hours. So distributing this Vani is also our family business. Definitely, our main focus is books. For sure, books are the main thing. That's where Srila Prabhupada stressed also. Definitely, we want to do that. But definitely, Srila Prabhupada's audio is also himself speaking. So that we have to do that also. In fact, devotees can take that also, and at least those who are regularly reading Srila Prabhupada books, they can make a point of even hearing Srila Prabhupada's lectures also. I know that devotees, they hear then and there 2-minute, 3-minute videos, because now we see that in the YouTube, so many 2-minute video clippings, 3-minute video clippings, 1-minute video clippings. Even if the lecture Srila Prabhupada is speaking about 1 minute, the audio clip is made so much crushed and made as if it is done in 30 seconds. Even if Prabhupada is speaking in a very clear, stressing something, but then this audio clip is clipped in such a way that even the spaces are avoided, and then some 30 seconds video is made. Maybe this is for other reasons, that we have to put everything in a small status video. But it is much like, many times it is like we don't have much time to hear Srila Prabhupada, but that should not be the case. We should have, in fact, we should have only time for hearing Srila Prabhupada and reading his books. All other things are useless. Chamayavihi kevalam. If at all we have to cut short and present in such a way that we don't have time to hear a full lecture or half a lecture, then what is the point? In fact, we are saving time so that we become Krishna conscious. But then, if at all our time is not at all there for Krishna conscious, then it is very bad. Anyway, I just made a little bit tangent of the family business, but that is also our family business, distributing Srila Prabhupada's lectures. Maybe gradually these lectures also will be coming. Already it is very professionally arranged in many websites. So devotees can make a point to hear Srila Prabhupada's lectures also, which are also very, very powerful. Many times devotees ask me that, Prabhu, you are just doing this book distribution. What is the inspiration? I can say that my inspiration to distribute Srila Prabhupada books mainly came from hearing Srila Prabhupada's Vani. Obviously his books. I read his books. But when I started hearing Srila Prabhupada's lectures, then one thing which I felt so much is that the urgency that Srila Prabhupada is having. And then when you hear Srila Prabhupada in his lecture, you will see that how Srila Prabhupada is very compassionate. Srila Prabhupada's words are the real manifestation of compassion. Nobody can miss this out. Srila Prabhupada may be using a very high-pitched tone. Generally, people think that somebody who is having a high-pitched tone can never be compassionate. He should be a very, very authoritarian person only. There cannot be any form of mercy in a person who is having a very high-pitched tone. But we know that Srila Prabhupada, in many of his lectures, you see that he's having a high-pitched tone. High-pitched tone is done especially when you want to communicate something to a person who is in a very great danger. Somebody who is in very great danger. Somebody is near a animal which is going to eat him. Say you are coming near a snake, then you have to increase your tone to high pitch. You can't say anything very softly, gently, politely. It looks like you are showing anger in your voice to call him out, or with a very high pitched tone. But this is the greatest form of mercy shown to a person. Otherwise, he'll be bitten by a snake. Similarly, we are always bitten by the snake of illusion in the material world. So Srila Prabhupada, he has to manifest such qualities to show real compassion. So Srila Prabhupada's lectures, they just manifest such compassion. So that is also our family business. But particularly our family business, mainly we focus on Srila Prabhupada books. Obviously, we have to do. I think almost we are nearing the end of the class. But one particular thing I want to speak about Srila Prabhupada book distribution, which is our very, very close family business, that right now, I think devotees should focus. Devotees can focus. They can always distribute all of Srila Prabhupada books all the time. But particularly, I feel that now there is so much of opportunity to distribute Srila Prabhupada's sets of books. We have been distributing sets of Srila Prabhupada books, Srimad Bhagavatam sets, Chaitanya Charitamrita sets. We have been doing these sets before also. But mostly our book distribution has been limited to giving Bhagavad Gita or Krishna book or Science of Self-Realization or small books. Definitely, any of Srila Prabhupada books are really powerful. They are like atom bombs. They are like bombs. It may definitely at some point it is going to blast. It may look small, but definitely it's very powerful. If small is very powerful, then big bombs, it will be even more powerful. That much only we can say. And now there is a very big opportunity. We see that people have money and people have so much of literacy rate. Maybe in the recent past, people didn't have much money. People didn't have much literacy rate, at least in a country like India. We see that the literacy rate has increased to a very good extent. And we see that people's income has also increased. That can be very clearly seen because of the usage of even smartphones, televisions, all sorts of modern gadgets, even in a very remote village of India. Even in a remote village of India, if people can afford to buy a smartphone, spending 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees, even having television sets or even computers, laptops, if all these things can be available for a very, because we tend to think that farmer is a poor fellow, but if a farmer can afford to have all these things, then why not everybody else? So now people have money. Somehow we should devise some means to give sets of Srila Prabhupada books. I only see that we should only attempt. It's not that there is any particular technique. We should know that our family business is running on the mercy of the predecessor acharyas. It's simply running on the mercy of from the above. So if at all we are ready to get the mercy, if at all we are becoming the recipients of the mercy, then we'll be able to do it. We have to only attempt. Don't think that I'm not capable or it's not possible or why should I do? These things are uh, not relevant questions, or these are not very relevant answers to block the mercy of the Guru Parampara. Everyone can do it. In fact, it is the duty of every member of the spiritual family to engage in this particular distribution. So I was thinking that now this is the time that if every devotee is attempting to distribute sets of Bhagavatam, sets of Chaitanya Charitamrita, then we can go with this plan very easily. In fact, we see that we have so many of our friends, relatives who just uh, on our push, because of we being a relative to them, a friend to them, or a colleague to them, they'll be able to take a set. Giving Bhagavad Gita, Krishna may be possible to many members, but giving sets of books, it is easily possible for two person who is very much related to us. In fact, this is how I began. I began my book distribution. Obviously, we were giving to people in the streets also, but then that may not be possible for every devotee. Maybe a full-time brahmachari, he may be able to do it, or a full-time grihastha, he may be able to do it. But or maybe temporarily a devotee may be able to go in the street and then give sets of Bhagavatam also. But then grihasthas, they are always associating with many people. They are meeting so many people in their life. In fact, they are constantly in touch with many people because of their relevance to such a person. On their word, they'll be able to take it. So I just only think that let the devotees attempt to speak to their colleagues who is not having sets of Srila Prabhupada books. I remember I just presented this one particular thing which I'm going to tell you also, that devotees should somehow do it. Because many times, devotees think that Prabhu, we are distributing so many books. No, we are distributing lakhs and lakhs of books. Every time we hear the score of India, that millions of Bhagavad Gita sold in the month of December alone. Every year, December month, maybe close to 2-3 millions of Bhagavad Gitas or Krishna books are sold just in India alone. So it's like a very big score that we are doing. So already so much of book distribution is happening. This is agreeable to some extent, but definitely seeing the huge potential of India, we should distribute even Bhagavad Gitas in crores. That we are not at doing. We have to still do. We have to distribute Bhagavad Gita, Krishna in crores. And moreover, even if you think that, okay, let's finish distributing of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, and other books, and then later come to sets of Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, this is not fair, because I want to bring to your notice that Srila Prabhupada has written so many books. We know Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These are the prime books. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These are the prime books that Srila Prabhupada has given, and all other books are based on these books. These books totaling quite 30 Mahabig books, we can say. Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna. It's quite near 30 Mahabig books Srila Prabhupada have written. And we are distributing only Bhagavad Gita, Krishna to a big scale that we think it's a big scale. It means 95% teachings of Srila Prabhupada are not at out. I don't know how much devotees have recognized this. 95% teachings of Srila Prabhupada books, we have not done on a very good scale. Whatever massive distribution we think we are doing, that is only 5% of the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, which is Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. But Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is the essence of the whole Vedic literature, that we have not begun at all in a massive scale. Here and there we are doing, definitely. But then the amount that we give for Bhagavad Gita and Krishna, we have not given for Bhagavatam at all. And even if you think that we have done so much of Bhagavad Gita, we should know that it is only 5% of teachings of Srila Prabhupada. We have not made 95% teachings of Srila Prabhupada available at all. So what I should do about, what I should say about the family business that we are doing? In fact, we are not doing our family business properly. We have to do more. Our family business is huge. There is a huge scope for expanding our family business. So much to distribute. 95% of Srila Prabhupada's teachings means 95% of our products are not distributed broadly. We are very proud of our family business. Yes, we have to be proud, but we should know that we have not done enough. Enough is not enough. We should be always intent on doing more. Actually, we should be always greedy to do more. That is our family business. I will give a very, very simple thing, because that's how even material things also work. We know that all family run businesses in India or around the world also, but mostly in India, they are never satisfied with their family business. They always want to increase the business more and more and more and more. Even if Tata Birla of those times, they had sufficient wealth that even 100 generations can be fed opulently, still they have only increased their business more and more and more and more. In fact, I heard recently that there was one very popular businessman. He was told that even if 30 generations of your family members expanding into a very big tree, even if they are going to not do any work, completely stop the work, but live a very, very opulent life, just lavishly spend money, still you won't become, still the family won't become poor. It will be still rich. When this was told that that particular gentleman or a rich person, he was thinking that, oh, after 30 generations, then what will they do? Let me increase more and more. So this businessman was very greedy. He may not be even available to the next generation, but he was thinking that after 30 generations, what will they do? Let me increase my business more and more. So this greediness is there in business. In fact, I have to say, but this may not be a moral ethics in a business, but in business, this is a practical reality that everybody who is running the business is greedy for more. They are never they are never saturated. They are never satisfied with what they have achieved. They want to achieve more and more and more and more. In fact, the business policy is that if at all they are maintaining the business, I don't know how many are business administrative persons here, but it is known in the corporate world that if at all you do some business this year and you maintain the same turnover next year, it is to be understood that the business is failing. Similarly, we are in a very big family business of distributing Srila Prabhupada books. We have to increase more and more and more and more. And as I have said, 90% teachings of Srila Prabhupada are not and done. We should be greedy to do more. But what speak of greediness? But even ordinarily, we have not done more. We have so much to do. We devotees, we have so much to do. We have to do more. We have to increase the business more and more and more and more. We have to somehow use our brain how we can increase the business of Srila Prabhupada's business more and more. So let's unitedly think how we can increase the business of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was a very, very successful entrepreneur in this family. In fact, we know that he is a very dear disciple of his Guru Maharaj. He was generally, as I was telling before, traditionally, the business of a family is handed over to a male member. But this spiritual business, it is having an all opportunity for all members, not that only one family member will be taking care, like only the male member can do it. Though there may be restrictions between the members, but still in the family business of Srila Prabhupada, we see that even Srila Prabhupada himself was encouraging many of his female disciples also to engage in this activity of book distribution. So every member can engage in this business affair. So this is our business affair. We should always think how we can increase our business affair, business of the Guru Parampara. Somehow we should find means and ways to expand this family business. I just want to wrap up this session with one particular letter by Srila Prabhupada to his very dear book distribution disciple Rameshwara Swami. So this letter is addressed to Rameshwara Maharaj. He was sannyasi that time, and in Los Angeles, dated 3rd August 1973. So I'm just reading the letter. My dear Rameshwara, please accept my blessings. I am in receipt of your letter dated July 29, 1973, and I have noted the contents with great pleasure. For the devotees, information to the devotees that Rameshwar Prabhu is a very wonderful book distributor. He was engaging in very wonderful book distribution in Los Angeles. Srila Prabhupada was very happy with his book distribution, and he has given a report of book distribution in Los Angeles. To this, Prabhupada is now replying. This letter is a reply to the book distribution score given by Rameshwar Prabhu. Now, I am continuing the letter. I have noted the contents with great pleasure. There is no doubt about it. To distribute books is our most important activity. The temple is a place not for eating and sleeping, but as a base from which we send out our soldiers to fight with Maya. Fight with Maya means to drop the thousands and millions of books into the lap of the conditioned souls. Just like during wartime, the bombs are raining from the sky like anything. Yeah, here we see that Srila Prabhupada, he is very clearly confirming that book distribution is a very, very important activity. He is saying that Asamshayaha, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Asamshayaha, no doubt. Krishna many times uses the word Asamshayaha. So similarly, Srila Prabhupada is stressing here, there is no doubt about it. To distribute books is our most important activity. We may engage in many activities. Even we are engaging in construction of temples, you may be engaging in deity worship, you may be engaging in cooking for the deity. Yes, definitely all these activities are important. But then the center of all these activities is book distribution. That's why Srila Prabhupada is saying here, the temple is a place not for eating and sleeping, but as a base from which we send out our soldiers to fight against Maya. Now I want to make a little addition to it, because sometimes devotees think that, okay, this is like for a brahmachari, this is not like for a grihastha, because only the brahmacharis are going in the temple, going to stay in the temple. We are not in the temple, we are outside. No, but this is not for just brahmachari alone. This is for every devotee who is connected with the movement. If you are connected with the ISKCON movement, if you are connected with the family of Srila Prabhupada, you should know that you are not existing for eating and sleeping. Your existence as connected to the Guru Parampara is not meant for eating and sleeping. Because we are now connected to the Parampara, our existence that we are eating grains, we are taking rest, it should be uh, as a way to somehow go out and distribute this knowledge or distribute Srila Prabhupada books. This is what our existence in the movement. If you are existing in the movement of Srila Prabhupada, somehow we should distribute this knowledge. This is our family. This is our family business. Our family members are not ordinary members. Our family members generally speaking, if you read Srila Prabhupada books, it is known that family is a cause of bondage. We know that Srila Prabhupada often quotes uh, mm, Srila Prabhupada quotes many times that Pumsa Striya Mituni Bhava Metam Thayor Muto Hute Granti Maho Ato Griha Kshetra Sutapta Vittai Janasa Moho Ayam Aham Mameti. How, when one is attached to a family member because of his attachment to a wife, then he becomes attached to the land, relatives, son, everything. And finally, he concludes that this is me, aham mameti, and this is mine. Generally, the idea of a family life is rejected in spiritual circles, but seeing the title of our session, Our Family Business, this is a spiritual family. We want to be attached to this family, and then nobody is bound because of attachment to this family. In fact, one becomes liberated when we become attached to the family. The ancestors of the family, the predecessor acharyas of this family are all glorious personalities. We are stemming from such a wonderful Paramamsa Vaishnavas in our parampara. These are our family members. We have a very big obligation to our family members to somehow distribute this knowledge. This is the knowledge, this is the, even if you think that I don't have any obligation, or I don't want to be have any obligation, let me just be part of this movement, just chant Hare Krishna, this is enough. But you should know that there is an order also. You may say that let me be passive, but then there is an order from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is Yare Dekho Tare Kaho Krishna Upadesh. This is the business family motto, that whomever you meet, you have to speak about the Upadesh of Krishna and Upadesh about Krishna. Amara Angaya Guru Haya Taraye Desh. Amara Angaya means on my order. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that on my order, you have become a guru and deliver everybody in your land. So we are all living in some land, some location. We are surrounded by some people or many people. It is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order that go and distribute Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Krishna Upadesh means Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, both. Both are Krishna Upadesh. One is Upadesh about Krishna, the other is Upadesh of Krishna. So it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order that we have to do it. If at all we have to want to please the Guru Parampara, then naturally we have to take up the order of Srila Prabhupada. If at all we have to please the Guru Parampara, definitely we have to take the order of Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By that way, we become dear to Krishna, dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and dear to Srila Prabhupada. I have quoted Krishna, who says that whoever does this business, he becomes very dear to me. I quoted Prabhupada's passage and Prabhupada's letter, which clearly says that the Guru Parampara wants this, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wants this business of the book distribution to happen. And I quoted Prabhupada's letter where Srila Prabhupada is saying that don't just eat and sleep, get all strength, go out and distribute book, go out and distribute this knowledge. Knowledge means distributing Srila Prabhupada books. So let's take this very seriously. Our business family, our family business is actually wide. In fact, it should be made wide. In fact, we have to increase really wide. I see that there is so much opportunity, and I can say something more also, because especially if at all devotees who are here in this meeting, if you have any business background, or if at all you have been involved in some business, the nature of a businessman, you will understand that whatever he sees, he will think how I can make business out of that. Srila Prabhupada gives a very simple thing to understand. If somebody is lusty, even if he sees a cloth wrapped around a simple, what we can say, a stick, he becomes lusty. Because naturally the person is lusty. If he simply sees a cloth which is hanging around something, he may think of women and become lusty. That's nature of a lusty person. Similarly, if somebody is into business, he'll only think how I can make money out of anything. He may enter a forest, but he will think, oh, this is a forest. So how many trees will be there? There may be some millions of trees in a particular 1 square kilometer. So if at all I am cutting this, then I can make uh, so much of wood, and I can sell this wood, and then I can become a rich man. And if at all he is going to an ocean, he will see, oh, such a big ocean, so much of water which is salty. So how I can extract salt from this ocean and then make a business out of salt? If he goes, if at all he is going and um, going to anything, say for example, because I am coming from a print field, whenever I see anything printed material, I will immediately think, what is this product, how this can be manufactured, and how I can do it, and how I can make money. That's nature of a businessman. We see that nowadays all business companies, which were initially this Tata business was especially known for iron and steel, but we know that now they have ventured into everything. We know that ITC, a corporate company, was doing only tobacco business, but now they have ventured into everything, because that's the nature of business. If you do business, you will only think how I can make money out of each and every product. So that's how a business runs. So similarly, our family business is to distribute this knowledge. Somehow, whomever we see, our our intention should be how I can give my family product to this person. Srila Prabhupada has given so many products to distribute. Bhagavad Gita is a product. Srimad Bhagavatam is a product. Chaitanya Charitamrita is a product. I'm using the word product in the sense that we are going to distribute that. Don't think that I'm making it or putting in a product, something like that. It's a spiritual thing. Definitely, it is always valuable. Just as we are using the word business as if we are doing something mundane, but it is a completely spiritual. Similarly, when I say the product Bhagavad Gita or product Bhagavatam, please understand that this is like we have something to offer to the world. We have the best thing to offer to the world. We have the best product to offer. In fact, we are offering Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to the people in the form of Srila Prabhupada books. We are giving such a gift. We should be very proud that we are having such a product in our hand. We are having such a wonderful thing in our hand. And we should be very much proud that we are giving such a thing to others also. We don't have to be shy. On the contrary, we should be happy. And in fact, we should be greedy to increase the distribution of these wonderful products that have been bestowed on us by the Guru Parampara. So let us be happy of what we are having. Let us engage in the most beneficial and humanitarian best welfare activity of distributing this also. And by this way, we can please the Guru Parampara and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna to a very great extent. In fact, I just want to wind up this particular session with one quote from Srimad Bhagavatam by the rishis of Naimisharanya. The rishis of Naimisharanya, they say that Munayas sadhu prishtoham bhavatbir lokamangalam yatkrita krishna samprashna yenatma suprasidati. Generally, somebody who is doing business, they won't get any satisfaction. That's the nature of material world. Nobody will get any satisfaction. Even if you become a billionaire, trillionaire, you will not find any satisfaction. The great Hiranyakashipu, even after possessing all the opulence of the world, of the whole universe, still he was never happy. Similarly, no business people in the world can be happy. But then any successful businessman in a spiritual circle, He'll be always happy because Yatkrita Krishna Samprashna Yenatma Suprasidati. Because this is Krishna Samprashna. Because we are discussing, we are distributing this Krishna, the topics of Krishna to others, then the person who is distributing becomes satisfied. Those who receive this knowledge of Krishna, he also becomes satisfied. The process itself is Bhavatbir Lokamangalam. This is the Mangalam for the whole world. In fact, the only business which is Lokamangalam is the business of book distribution. This can be the only Lokamangalam, all auspicious business. Every business is just exploitative. Every business material in the material world is completely exploitative. Whatever be the business may be, to a smaller degree or a bigger degree, it is exploitative. But then the Bhavatpir Lokamangalam Yatkrita Krishna Samprashna, but then the only all auspicious business that can happen here or ever is the business of distributing the knowledge of Krishna. This is Lokamangalam. We are supposed to engage in that. We have to increase our business. In fact, by doing this, we are creating auspiciousness to the whole world. Let us do that. Let us not be shy. Let us not be lazy. In fact, lazy is a very dangerous thing in a spiritual life. Devotees should not be lazy. That's why I read a letter where Srila Prabhupada says, temple is not meant for eating and sleeping. So if you come to spiritual life, laziness is really a very, very bad quality. We should not be lazy, particularly in distributing this knowledge. We should never be lazy. We should be very happy. In fact, we should be very enthusiastic to do that. By doing all these things, naturally, that Enatma Suprasidati will come to us also. If you are, in fact, if you are enthusiastic and if you are having a desire, then Krishna will send you persons who will get your product. We want to distribute the products, but you may think, who will buy the product? You don't have to worry. If you are enthusiastic to distribute, then Krishna will supply you a customer. Krishna will always supply a customer to you, and you don't have to worry. You just be always enthusiastic in your family business. So this is my humble request to the devotees, that please be always enthusiastic. We have so much to distribute now. Our products are unlimited, and unlimited products we have, and then we have done not much to we have expected. Definitely our acharyas will be happy with what we have done, but we can do more. They'll be more happy. Let us be greedy to distribute this knowledge. Let us be greedy to please Krishna, the Guru Parampara. Let us not be happy in just as your father will be always happy with a son who is doing some business, but then father will be very happy if he's actually doing a very wonderful business. So let us not please Guru Parampara in a very simple way. Our Parampara is very glorious. Let us do something very big. Srila Prabhupada always spoke about huge, big, like that. So we are coming from such a wonderful business leader. So he is a very, very amazing personality. He always thought big. So let us always think big. Let us distribute sets of Srila Prabhupada books. Now it is time. People have money. They have all opportunity. We have media also in our hand. Let us use all things in the service of increasing the family business of Srila Prabhupada's book distribution. Hare Krishna, much can be said, but then I just stop here. So any questions and comments devotees want to discuss further, we can discuss on this topic. So right now I'm just open for questions. So any questions?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gaurachandra Gopinath Prabhu, you wanted to say something? Please go ahead, Prabhu.
Thank you very much for your wonderful session today. There are 3 takeaways for me. Book distribution is everyone's responsibility. It is not brahmachari responsibility. And distributing proper lecture also book distribution. So something I learned it today. The third aspect is that we have not even done 5%. And you gave that Srimad Bhagavatam Chaitanya Charitamrita, major work is not distributed. It struck me that there are a lot of things needs to be done. Mataji, over to you. You can manage the question and answer session.
Hare Krishna. So thank you so much, Jaganmohan Gopal Prabhu. We could see the greed that, 1 hour and 1.5 hours is not sufficient. You wanted to speak more and more, right? I believe the whole day you will speak and you will inspire us about the distribution of Srimad Bhagavatam. So I would request devotees, if you all have any questions or queries, you may raise your hand. I can see Suma Mataji. Yes, Mataji, go ahead and ask your question.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranams. I'm very fortunate to have your association, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is only today we are talking about the business. So we all have an inclination towards something like cooking, food, or something. Each one will have different. So I just wanted to ask: is it the business only is considered with the book distribution, or Mahaprasadam distributing Mahaprasadam can also that also be taken? Just that thought, Prabhuji, in my mind. How can we do that, Prabhuji?
Yeah. No, it's a whole. Our family business means it involves preaching. Preaching means even a book distributor has to eat. If at all your book distributor is not eating prasadam, then how he is going to continue his book distribution? Just as there is an army, foot soldiers are fighting, but then not that that is enough. There has to be somebody who is manufacturing the guns or the ammunition. There will be doctors who are helping the army people. Somehow they also should be given, and then there will be also cooks in the army. They are also part of the army. When we say army is very important, we don't say that only who is fighting in the battlefield, but then there are so many who are there in the army. We may not even notice the drivers. We may not even notice the cooks who are cooking, and we may not even notice other people who are supplying us the ammunitions or the other things necessary for fighting. Somebody is actually even stitching cloths. Army cloths are that's not ordinary clothes. That's a very special clothes. So somebody is doing that also. So everybody is needed. Everybody is there. Cooperation is needed. Cooperation is needed. So everything is actually family business, especially preaching. We are actually doing preaching, and particularly we say this distribution of knowledge because that's the central part of preaching. Just as Srila Prabhupada speaks about temples, deity worship. In fact, I have some other letters also where Srila Prabhupada speaks about Bhagavata Marga and Pancharatra Vidhi Marga. That temples, deity worship, this is respect to Pancharatrika Vidhi Marga, and book distribution, all these all coming under Bhagavata Marga. Srila Prabhupada says that we want both. It should go parallelly. Bhagavata Marga and Pancharatra Marga, this should go parallelly. Then Srila Prabhupada says, but still, Bhagavata Marga is more important than Pancharatra Marga. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. And anyway, cooking for the deity, it's something which is needed. Even as I said, for all practical purposes, a devotee has to eat prasadam. So somebody who is cooking in the kitchen, offering the prasadam or the bhoga to the deity, this is a very important service to support the to support from the backside of what the preachers who are in the forefront fighting. So everybody is needed. Everybody is part of this family business. Just as somebody who is in the family, if you have read, definitely we all read Srila Prabhupada books. I want also to read multiple times also. You should read Srila Prabhupada's all books. Srila Prabhupada speaks about the duty of a wife. Your wife is the source of inspiration for the husband to run the family affair. If there is a wife who is inspiring him in this family affair, then he will really work hard to do that. So similarly, though it looks like a husband is doing the business, sons are doing the business, no, the inspiration comes from the female members of the family also. There has to be inspiration coming from other parts of the members to run the family business also. So in one way, everybody is part of the family business. In that sense, everybody is part of the family business. And especially when I stress book distribution, we should know that our business is meant for book distribution. Either you may engage in your capacity of cooking and offering to the Lord, that's your capacity. But whatever that activity that you are doing, that would somehow increase our family business. And at this point, maybe I should add some other points also, especially because definitely there will be some devotees as soldiers who are in the forefront fighting. So there are some devotees, and in fact, there are many devotees who are in the forefront giving to somebody Srila Prabhupada books. But I can see that, or this is observation that even devotees who are not in the forefront, but distribution of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita is possible for almost every devotee in their own circles also. Say some devotee is cooking, they don't have to go to the street and distribute, but at least they will have their own members, their family members, or they may be in the house, a housewife, but then there will be somebody who is next door neighbors, and housewives may have friends. Housewives will have so many relatives also. So to our friends, relatives, to whom we would have given Bhagavad Gita, now there is a time that you can give Bhagavatam also. This is my experience, that every devotee will have couple hundreds of contacts with them, and at least every devotee can distribute 100 sets of Bhagavatam at least in their life. That's possible for, because we have so many contacts. If at all we are born in a devotee community, then we may not have many contacts of the outside world. But somebody who is not born in a devotee community, they will have so many contacts in the outside world. We are living in a street where there will be so many houses will be there. So to these people, not that other Sankirtan devotees may be able to come and give, but even if they come and speak, they'll be able to speak for 5 minutes, and they may come once in 5 6 years. But then you are always living in a street, so that much contribution you can do. Not that everybody will be able to contribute. See, we have Srila Prabhupada. He cannot contribute like Srila Prabhupada. That is never going to happen. Even if all the devotees are put together, our contribution will not be equal to Srila Prabhupada's contribution. But then we can do our own contribution. Just as we know that in the Rama Setu Leela of Lord Ramachandra, even a squirrel did its duty of doing its own, pushing some grain particles of sand to the building of the Setu bridge. So like that, we can have our own contribution, but we should know that we can, whatever we can, we should do that to our full. Not that a person who is a monkey should do only a grain service or a very small service. We should do to our maximum, but our inclination will be on one particular service. That let them do it. Not that everybody will become a stolen full-time book distributor. That is not possible for every devotee. Somebody will have different inclination, but at least uh, something we can do for this specific distribution also. That everybody can do it. In fact, Srila Prabhupada, he suggested in one of his letters, because if you read Srila Prabhupada's conversations, letters, there are so many things. Srila Prabhupada speaks about some practical things also. Even in a temple, Srila Prabhupada says that there can be one person who can be left in the temple who will take care of the deity, and others can go out for book distribution, something like that. So Srila Prabhupada speaks. The point is that we want every member to engage in some sort of spiritual activity, but all spiritual activity should be focused on the prime activity of book distribution. Even the temple worship that we have temples. So public is coming to the temple. If at all there is no opportunity of we meeting him in the street, but he himself is coming, because in India it is very pious actually to come to temple. So they are coming. Let us give them book. So temples are used as a preaching tool by the acharyas. Temples have two purposes. One is that we have our personal sadhana also improved, because we do deity worship, we cook, and then we have so much of personal dealings with the deity. So this is one advantage. Then the second advantage is that it's also a preaching. People will come. Now we can preach to them. Traditionally, in all Vishnu temples of India, whoever comes, they will be preached by the pujari. He will preach that this particular lila happened here. This is the place where the Lord came and then did this activity. So this is a preaching. This is a family business. When you speak about Krishna, this is actually family business. But we say that uh, when we give Prabhupada books, that becomes Srila Prabhupada speaking. Instead of we speaking, Srila Prabhupada speaking. We may speak to him for 1 minute, but after he leaves us, who is going to speak to him? We can give Srila Prabhupada books. In that sense, every devotee can contribute this to this particular activity also, but devotees will have their own inclination also. That is fine, because mm, variety is the mother. No, so there will be always varieties. we cannot avoid, and definitely that is also part of the family business. No doubt that cooking is also part of our family business. Temple construction is also part of our family business only. There is no doubt of that. In fact, taking care of devotees, everything is also part of our family business only. But then the center of the family business is distributing this knowledge. Yes.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare
Prabhuji, are there any further questions? Prabhuji's, Mataji's, you can raise your hand.
Hare Krishna,
So-
Mataji. Prabhuji, with this, Prabhuji, how do we know, Prabhuji, this is the limit for preaching? Like, how do we understand, Prabhuji? Because in the 10 offenses, the 9th offense is that don't teach about the glories of the holy name to the one who is non-envious or something. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, it has been said. So how can one know, Prabhuji? Because when we go out, we are all almost say of the same kind of people. So we also came to this movement like that only. So initially we did not also have any faith or any trust in this process, Prabhuji. So how can we do that, Prabhuji, without having an offense to the holy names and glories of the Lord? How can we do that, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Actually, Krishna speaks about this in Bhagavad Gita, that Yeda Paramam Guhyam Madbhaktesha Vidasyati, that this knowledge should be distributed, and then this knowledge should not be distributed. That also Krishna quotes in Bhagavad Gita. So sometimes even devotees have different thinking, that even Krishna is saying that, I'm just reading the verse. Idam te natapaskaya nabhaktaya kadachana na cha shushrusave vachyam na cha mam yo abhisuyati. So Krishna says that this knowledge should not be taught to somebody who is not having faith, who is not austere, who is not devoted. So one may think, so to each and everybody we are planning to give these books, but then what is the qualification? And Krishna himself is saying not to distribute. In fact, there is also a commentary for all these things from the Acharyas. Krishna, he is so fond of his devotees. Krishna wants to protect his devotees. So when Krishna is instructing this, we should know that Krishna is speaking out of love for his devotees, that he doesn't want the envious demons to harm the devotees. So Krishna wants to protect the devotees. Oh, this rascal, he should not do anything to you. So you please avoid him, like that. But I think this is Srila Vishnu Chakra Thakur. He says, in fact, Srila Prabhupada also quotes elsewhere, that the devotees, they know the heart of Krishna. The heart of Krishna is that this rascal, when will he surrender to me? This envious person, rascal, when he will surrender to me? This is Krishna's heart. Krishna wants that everybody join his family. So there are some people who are very much rascaldom, that they are envious of him and devotees. But still, Krishna in his heart, because how will Father, even if somebody who is a rascal, but still Krishna being the father of everybody, he wants all his sons to come back home, back to Godhead. So the heart of Krishna is that somehow even the rascal be surrendered to him. That heart is known to the devotees. So the devotees, they take the risk of pleasing Krishna because they want to please Krishna. They know the heart of Krishna. So they take the risk. Even if Krishna is giving an instruction so that nobody harms his devotee, but still devotees are more merciful than Krishna. They take the risk and then they preach Krishna consciousness. And Krishna becomes very pleased. Krishna becomes very pleased to such devotees. So you may ask, so how much we can go down means how we can understand that this person is fit or unfit. We should know that it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy for everybody. They didn't even see that who is qualified, who is not qualified, who is ready, who is not ready. Nothing they saw. Simply the storehouse of love of Godhead, the fruit of love of Godhead, the rasa was distributed to anyone and everyone without qualifications. This is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have to be merciful, but at the same time, we have to be also intelligent. Let us not be picking and then I'll distribute only to this person or that person. Let us be magnanimous in distributing this knowledge. And definitely somebody who is very enthusiastic in devotional life, Krishna says, Tesham sadayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dhadami buddhiyogam tam yenama upayantite. Krishna will give you intelligence whether to go ahead and distributing this knowledge to this person or not. Because sometimes on this part, it looks like, he is offending, should I give or not? Many things are case to case always different. Because on this part, somebody may be speaking really very offensive, then it looks we have to give up the persons. But somebody may not be offensive. In fact, Srila Prabhupada writes in this purport also that somebody may not be offensive. He may not be even austere, but then he may have some inclination. So it depends upon each and every case. But let us try. If at all we see that this person is becoming offensive, then let us calmly avoid. That we have to see. Every case, it's very difficult to exactly say. Case to case is always different. Case to case is always different. And don't worry,
Thank you,
Krishna
sir.
will always give intelligence, but let us be ready. Because I have a friend, he never took Bhagavatam. Many times I will push, he will say no, 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 no. And sometimes he will even say that I gave him some small of Srila Prabhupada books. He said that your Swamiji, in every page, he writes the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna. He was saying in a very, very belittling manner. But I was thinking that, oh, means nobody can miss that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead by reading Srila Prabhupada books. That's what the message I get. Because he has read pages, and wherever he read, he could see that Srila Prabhupada is mentioning Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Means Prabhupada is not at all hiding Krishna. But after 7 years, when I went to him, he saw that you are not going to leave me. If at all, I'm not going to take these books from you, so let me take it. Without taking any word, he took it. So similarly, we do not know. Sometimes somebody may be offensive. Maybe the second time when you go, he may be so much welcoming you. Yeah, that also happens. Many times the person also welcomes us. Initially, he may be objecting, but after some time, he may be welcoming us. So we can even sometimes, if at all somebody is very much offensive, let's avoid. As there is always a thing, no, your devotee, he avoids who is envious. And he is merciful to the innocent. So there are so many people who are innocent. They may not be offensive. Then there are many people who are very, very innocent. Of course, there is nobody innocent here. Everybody is a criminal here. But in receiving this knowledge, many are innocent to receive. So to those people, we can focus. And because of our endeavor, because of being associating with the devotees, seeing the devotees, even somebody who is like a enemy, he also gives up his envious nature. That's how a devotee should be. If at all we are in a very devotional act, if you are acting in a very, very devotional way, our attitude, in fact, our practice is very good, then dhira adhira jana priyau priyakarau. Even somebody who is a rascal and somebody who is saintly, they will be very, very good to us. Rascal also becomes good to us, and saintly also becomes good to us. They become dear to us. Priya Priya Karau. That's how Goswamis were. Goswamis, even the envious or non-envious, everybody saw them as in a good light. Similarly, when we devotionally practice everything properly, even somebody who is envious will behave properly. There will be always rascal who is behaving very badly. We have to be careful to avoid. That Krishna will give intelligence. Don't worry, Krishna will give intelligence.
Thank you
But
so much, Prabhuji.
let's endeavor to elevate everybody.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Pranams.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Prabhu, generally, there is this vedabase.com, wherein all the books are available, Bhagavatam sets are available. And, being in a city like Mumbai, generally people say, we don't have space. One is we don't have time. Two, we don't have space to keep the books. And in fact, recently, it was my grandmother's birthday. So she wanted to distribute. So we distributed 5 sets of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So one thing is, we gave it free of cost because it was my grandmother's birthday. But what I understood later on is that the books as it is have been kept. So sometimes we feel that when a person is not ready, or is not taking the book. One is, I realize that we should not give it free, of course, because they've just thought that it is a gift. It is just lying there. Secondly, Prabhu, what do we tell people about the time constraint? Because generally, Prabhupada's small books, Bhagavad Gita also, people read. At least I tell them, you keep in your bag. When you go in the train, when you go in the bus, etc., you read Prabhupada's books, or before sleeping, read 1 page, 2 pages. Like that, when we tell people, people are inclined to take a book. But then Srimad Bhagavatam is like 12 cantos, running into 18 volumes. And then, people generally always say this: one is no time. Let me at least read the books that you've given me already. Let me first read Bhagavad Gita. I have not even completed that. Why you have at least you will come immediately. I know in the month of October, November, you will come with Bhagavatam saying discount is there. Next year also discount will be there. I will purchase next year, and the next year it never comes. And even Chaitanya Charitamrita, entire its voluminous, Prabhu. So, and given that it is available in database, they have so many reasons why not to take a copy. Of course, we tell them that Bhagavatam is Lord Krishna himself. You're inviting Krishna to your home. But, they have all these reasons about time and space and basically, online availability. So what can we answer to them, Prabhu?
Of course, there are so many questions in this. We have come up with, we are a group of devotees, we have come up with a small booklet. It's FAQs while distributing Srimad Bhagavatam. So some 80 questions we have come up with. So all these questions that you have asked are answered in that. That when somebody says, I don't have time to read. So what should be the answer that we give? Generally, when somebody says, I don't have time, generally, this is a very foolish, is actually a very foolish answer when somebody says that I don't have time. Because when you are sick, you won't say that I don't have time to take medicine. You are sick after all. You have to take, you can't say that I don't have time to take medicine. Then you have to remain in your sickness. Similarly, these books, they think that this is a book of giving us somebody who want to spend time at a leisure. They want to enjoy life. So these books are going to help them in that. Or these books are some books which are not actually needed, but simply available for existence. That's all. They do not know the importance. That's why they say that I don't have time. But we are saying that you are sick, so you have to take this. You have to find time for that. If somebody says I don't have space, I don't know how they have a space in their house. Whole Bhagavatam is going to apply a very, very small place in their house. In every house, at least we can say that apart from a very big TV, a very big asana is also given for the TV. I often say that whenever we enter any house, it is as if the king is the television and it is sitting on a asana and then commanding, come sit in front of me, listen to me. The TV is giving order and everybody is obeying that. So people have space for all nonsense things, then why not for a very good thing? So we have to preach. We have to preach. That's why it is said that or okay, you can understand why Krishna loves the devotees so much who are preaching, because it's not so easy. It's not so easy to push on the movement. It is very difficult. That's why Krishna loves us more. If at all you are satisfied with your Krishna consciousness, chanting Hare Krishna, doing Nirjana Bhajan, yes, Krishna is happy, but he will not be as happy as somebody who is actually doing this sacrifice. In Sri Sampradaya, Sripad Ramanujacharya, he has given a commentary for the word tapasya that comes in Bhagavad Gita. He says that hearing from a non-devotee is tapasya. Generally, the jnanis or the yogis, they go to the forest and engage in tapasya. That tapasya can be done. But when you go and preach to a non-devotee and he gives so many silly reasons, we feel like, why at all we have to preach to him? We don't want to hear such persons, but still we have to be tolerant to hear from this rascal and then give this knowledge. So it's like tapasya for us. So we are not doing any other tapasya of going to the forest and eating only the fruits, roots, bulbs, or going in the caves and living in a very, very difficult conditions, just not wearing proper clothes, living in the forest. Nothing we are doing. So at least, of course, it's a very big tapasya of preaching we are doing. So we should do that tapasya of hearing these rascals patiently and giving a very fitting reply also. We have addressed all these questions in that book. I will share this with Gaurchandra Gopinath Prabhu or Ashish Prabhu. So
Sure,
you
Prabhu.
can take it around. It is available in Hindi language also, Tamil language also, English language also, so that every devotee, let them, it's a free booklet.
Okay.
We don't have to print it. It's just a free booklet. It's like 20 pages only, A4. But if it is a mobile view, it will be some 60, 70 pages. That's all. You can read it in 1 hour or 2 hours. It's a free booklet. That is for
That's
free.
wonderful.
Yeah. So devotees can read it. In fact, any books can be distributed with that. But mostly it is focusing on sets of books. Because many may say, I will take one by one, I'll take, why I have to take 18 books? Let me take one book first, next another book. Or I have an online copy, why I should go for hard copy? You are giving it for online free, no, I will read that. So all these questions are answered in it. For Vedabase, it is available. Vedabase, it is available. We are happy that somebody can take advantage, but still there will be so many distractions along with that also, especially in the mobile. And moreover, it will be proper on a person that when he gives something, then he can take. Not the even in see, we know that Guru gives this knowledge for free, but then there is a Guru Dakshina. So similarly, we are happy to offer this Vedic knowledge in the form of Vedabase for free, but still there should be some Dakshina for that. So in fact, we are only asking the print value for the books. We are not asking for the knowledge. Then even if you are going to give the whole wealth of all the richest people in the world, not even a single word of Bhagavatam they are going to match the price with. Na kata, na sutta, na sudha. They can never match the price of Bhagavatam for the content. We can only match the printing cost, but not the content of Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. But anyway, devotees, non-devotees, they don't know the value of what we are giving. So we have to preach. We have to preach the value of what we are giving apart from what they are going to take also. They do not know what we are giving, and then they do not know what is in that book also. So we have to do both. I think the duty of the Krishna conscious movement to at least the content is given by Prabhupada. Let us at least speak about what this is all about. At least this much we should preach. We have to preach. That's the duty. That's why we are all preachers. That's why Krishna is so much liking the devotees who are engaging in this preaching. We should take some headache. In fact, business is a headache. But some people are very happy to take the headache. They are really people, they are very, very happy to take it. My father, he is very happy. He's a businessman, and I'm also coming from a business family, especially a print family. We know to print things that. So I have seen that my father is very happy, and he is always in a tense also in the office, but he is very happy. In spite of all tension, he can take even a night's job. Anytime he'll be ready, and he'll be thinking of business, even in house also. Even in house, he thinks of business. That's how business people are. Even if they, in fact, only the people who are working in a company, they want to go for a, what we say, some summer leave. They all go out for some leave and all. But business people, they don't want to take leave. Huh?
Vacation.
What is it? Vacation. Yeah. Business people, they don't like vacation. I will say. My father, 7 days he works. But the workers won't like that. So similarly, our family business is like that. We want to work 24 hours, 24/7, 365. So we should catch up the mood of our Guru Parampara, the family business leader, Srila Prabhupada. He was ready to work 24/7, 365, all life, many lives, eternally, ready to do this business. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very, very inspirational answer. Prabhuji, please share that with Gaurchandra Gopinath Prabhu. Then he can share the FAQs with us.
It is already shared in the group. It is already in the group. I shared you both Tamil and.
Hari. Thank you.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. So I don't see any more questions. So we are all charged up, Prabhu. Now we got the hatyar, we were equipped with all the FAQs, and now it is time for us to become soldiers in Prabhupada's army. We are ready to become foot soldiers. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very wonderful session.
Actually, this using words like fighting, this is not appreciated in the material world. The sadhus, why they are fighting? And especially sadhus speaking about business. Nobody likes that. But these are all transcendental words used by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada said that we are working for the business of Krishna. Prabhupada said we are fighting for Krishna. No spiritual people will speak like that. We are fighting, we are doing business. So we are into it actually. We are greatly into it. We want it. Yes.
Actually,
Yes,
His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj was saying that devotees are like Vaman Dev. They come and they just say, okay, you just take one book, you just chant only Hare Krishna, it will take only 10 minutes, only 10 minutes per day you read. And then Maharaj was saying, after a particular point in time, you find that you don't have time for anything other than Krishna. The devotees will make you like that. So please bless us, Prabhu, that we can also go out and distribute Prabhupada's books. We have the conviction and we have the confidence to preach in such a way as you have done very beautifully today, so that more and more people take up this, the books of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, my books are time bombs, right? When they will fructify, we don't know. So please bless us, Prabhu, that we want to contribute in Srila Prabhupada's family business, and we are able to run this business for his pleasure. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Already all the devotees are blessed, who are all part of the movement are already blessed. We are already part of the family business only. Now we have to only increase our family business more and more. Let us increase it. Let us go out and increase. In fact, now we have smartphones with us. We'll have hundreds of customers already in our mobile phones who are not having sets of Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So please call out and distribute and increase the family business. That's all. Thank you very much, devotees. Thank you for patiently hearing me. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Vancha
Srila
kalpatarubhyascha.
Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya vacha paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
अनंत कोटि
Hare
वैष्णव
Krishna.
वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय,
Jai.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी,
Jai.
Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Pranams.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you, devotees. I'm sure we're all charged up now to read Prabhupada's books and also distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. Thank you all for joining in. We'll meet next Saturday for another surcharging session that can help us advance in devotional service. Thank you very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Dhanat pranams to all.